Okay, I think we're in. I think we're going live. We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Inanna Rising Full Moon Ritual. I'm super excited to be here with you tonight. I'm not sure where to look. I think the camera's up there. Last time I had to use my phone because we had technical difficulties. I am here with some of the most beautiful, amazing goddesses. They are to my right and my left, and some of the closest women to me in my life. And so I'm excited to be pulling together this energy with them tonight. I'm going to turn this music down because it's a little kind of loud. Is it distracting you ladies? No. Does it feel nice? No, it's good. Okay. We'll leave it on a little bit then. But, okay, so this, I have not done a live stream video on YouTube for like 6 years. Because did you know that I used to have a YouTube channel? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did it a lot. And I haven't done it for a long time. So hopefully this is all working. It says that it's recording, and I'm sure it'll be good for later. So I'm not even sure how to tell who's on right now, how many people are even able to watch this. But this intention that I'm setting for this ritual is that these energies will be here to support you, whether you are here with me during this live ritual, or if you watch this later, because these energies are going to we're going to be in this energy of this full moon for the next 3 days easily. Okay, so, and if you want to repeat the actual ceremonial ritual part of this evening, you can go do that. Like, especially you, my ladies that are here with me tonight, if you feel like you want to go have like a private ritual with your kids that you have that you didn't bring tonight, then you can go and do that later. But okay, so let's get into the juicy energies of tonight, because this is the super full moon in Capricorn. This is the last full super moon of 2021. And real quick, we touched on this last time, but what a super moon is that is when the moon is in closest proximity to the earth in its rotation. And the reason that even is something or means something energetically to us is that obviously we are watery beings. We're made up of at least 70% water, give or take. And so just like the tides of all of the bodies of water on the earth are affected by the moon and the moon's pull, we are as well. We know this as women, especially because our menstrual moon cycles correlate with the phases of the moon. And we know that our hormones can be affected by the moon, our mood, our thoughts, our emotions. So anything that you consider more feminine about people, even men, are very much affected by the moon. And when the moon is that close to the earth in the supermoon, it's kind of like if you have a magnet, and the closer you go with that magnet to an object, it just like, connects to it. So that moon, because it's closer to the earth, it's taking all of those normal energies that are normally going to happen during a full moon, whatever phase it's in, whatever constellation and zodiac sign that's in, and it just like magnifies it and amplifies it. So that's what we're working with tonight. There's 3 main qualities of energy that we are going to be working with tonight as well. We want to keep in mind for this season. The first one is that we are in Cancer season. So we have moved from spring to summer officially. That happened on June 20th. Every year that happens between the 20th and 22nd, with the summer solstice. And hooray! Oh my gosh, I've been like needing the summertime because I recently moved from California to Utah. So I was here during the winter. Everyone here tells me that it's been a mild winter, but if I'm from California, like anything colder than 70 degrees, and I'm like, no, take me back. So I've been loving this warm weather, and I am a Cancer. I'm on the cusp of Cancer Leo in tropical astrology, and in sidereal, I think I am a Leo in sidereal. But anyway, I resonate a ton with the Cancer traits and qualities as well as Leo. So this energy feels very at home for me. Some of the qualities of Cancer that you will want to know about are, this is the time when you need to trust your intuition. Cancerians really go on gut instinct and intuition. They can be super overly emotional, and that's the thing that, every sign has their thing that everybody hates about them, and every sign has their things that everybody loves about them. One of the things that are like negative traits of Cancer is that they can get crazy emotional. But if you can learn to, and then because we're in the sign of Cancer right now, you'll find that even if you don't have a lot of Cancer in your charts, you're going to kind of be battling with like emotional things. So just keep that in mind. Make sure that you create a good balance of emotion and logic right now. If you find yourself going into some crazy emotional things and feelings and times, it's a good time to like recenter, burn some sage, light a candle, write in your journal, just center. That's the theme for this season. Eye of the storm. The other thing that you'll want to know about Cancerian qualities is that they are the nurturers. They are the sign of the mother and the goddess. Very, very feminine qualities and traits. And when I say feminine, I don't mean female. I don't mean like gender. I mean like the divine feminine traits. Intuition, symbolism, nurturing, giving to others. Oftentimes they forget to nurture and give back to themselves, and then they'll feel drained and even resent it. So you have to remember just to keep nurturing yourself. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about with the Cancerian qualities, of looking at my notes, is that Cancer often is really, really strong in their convictions. The way that a Cancer moves is crab-like, because the symbol in the zodiac for Cancer is the crab. And if you think about a crab like moving on the sand, it kind of goes, from left to right to left to right as it's going forward. It doesn't usually just like take a straight leap forward. And so, and that's not a bad thing, because you're kind of looking at all the different angles and kind of going, okay, let me make absolute sure before I head forward on this. But once the crab has its goal in sight, it's tenacious. It'll like grab onto it with the claw and really hold on to it, which can be good and it can be bad. So kind of look at your own life and where you might be doing that right now, where maybe you're very rigid in your beliefs and your maybe new thoughts and new ideas, new spirituality or friends or relationships, opportunities could be presenting themselves to you, but are you holding on to things so tight because you believe like this is it, this is how it's supposed to be, the end, so you're missing other opportunities. So look at that. And then the third energy that we're going to be working with tonight is the Capricorn energy, which is really cool because if you look at the zodiac wheel, we're in Cancer right now, season of Cancer, but the moon is on the opposite side of the zodiac wheel in Capricorn. So Capricorn is the opposite sign of Cancer. And Capricorn, where Cancer, we just talked about that, they're a water sign. They're very, it's the crab. We're going to move this way, then this way. Then we'll get to our goal eventually, but let me look at it from all the angles, make sure it's safe. I got to be safe. Capricorn is an earth sign, and they are just like, their symbol is the goat. And we think of them as how goats, like mountain goats, climb up the big tall mountain. They don't ever stop. Like a little pebble is not going to make them stop. They're going to keep climbing till they reach their goal. Sometimes they'll climb really sure-footed and steady, especially if nothing's in the way. Other times, if it's like dangerous or little rocks are falling, they don't stop. They'll keep going, but they'll get a better footing. And if you know any Capricorns in your life, you will know that this is how they often live their life, especially if it's for work or something that they feel very strongly, very passionately about. They will not give up on it. They have this goal in sight, and they're going to get to the top of that mountain, even if it takes their whole life, and they don't care how long it takes. They're going to get there. And so I love that trait because it's the opposite of my sign, my Cancerian sign. That's not something that I naturally do. If I'm not naturally gifted at something, I just don't gravitate toward it. I'm like, oh, that's going to be really hard to work on. I don't know if I really want to do that. So I have to draw from the opposite of my zodiac sign, Capricorn, and bring in that energy, which do you all know you can do that? You don't have to just say, oh, I'm a Virgo, I'm a Leo. That's it. You can, I mean, at one point or another in all the lives that we've had or ever will have, we're going to be all those signs. So all of those qualities live in us and we can draw from them. And our ancestors, think about how many ancestors we have. They've all been those signs before. That's their DNA is in us, their cells are in us, so we can draw from them as well. So Capricorn, the moon is there right now. Really cool because the moon really harmonizes very well with the season of Cancer because actually the moon is the ruling planet of Cancer. The moon's not a planet, but in the zodiac. And so the moon resonates with all those very feminine things. And so if Cancer is all the feminine, the divine feminine, Capricorn is that divine masculine. Okay, so what are the divine masculine traits that we can look at? They are the protector. They are they're there as a helpmeet and caregiver. I just listened to a gorgeous meditation today from William Jason O'Mara. If you don't know who that is, look him up. He's incredible. And he was talking about the feminine and the masculine and how the feminine is the one who is supposed to lead. And we don't really think just in the world. We haven't been taught to think of the feminine in that way because, you know, like especially if you live in the Western world, we were always kind of taught like dad's in charge, is the head of the house, mom's the one who, you know, makes the dinner, makes sure the kids are okay, you know, that old paradigm. But he was talking about how important it is that the woman leads and this, and that she's the one who says yes or no to something. And I don't just mean, I'm saying it wrong because I'm saying the woman leads, and that's not how it's supposed to. That's not what he said. He said the feminine leads. So even within yourself, we all have masculine, we all have feminine within us. So the feminine in you, that's what's in tune with your intuition. That's the part of you that dreams in symbols. That's the part of you that really uses that third eye and understands energy healing and is empathic. So the part of you that understands energy. That's the part of you that needs to kind of make those decisions like, yes, I want to go forward with this, or no, I want to stop this. And then once that decision's made, the masculine part of you, so the divine masculine, is the one who creates the plan and goes, okay, how do we execute this? This is what we want. Now we got to execute it. So there's this whole like micro and macrocosm thing happening in the world with masculine and feminine and the roles of, you know, the traditional roles of men and women, and it's all kind of being uprooted and changed, and that's going on within our own selves too, if you really think about it. You know, like I think it's a pretty new idea to the masses at any rate that we all have masculine and feminine energy within us, and that we can actually shift and move and draw from either side depending on what it is that we need to bring into our lives. Make sense? Yeah, good. Okay. Let's see, make sure I'm staying on topic, everybody. Oh, I wanted to say, after we just got through with the trauma of the last Gemini season, right? Do you remember what just happened to us? All of us? What? We just went through it. 2 eclipses.
Oh, yes.
A Mercury retrograde. Oh my gosh. And Saturn and Uranus were swearing off, you know? Like they were doing us dirty.
Yes.
It was rough for me. It was really rough. So I'm just super excited for this like new season in this Cancerian. If you let it be, it can be a super harmonizing, nurturing period for you. And I know that we all, before we went live around the table, we were talking about just some of the issues and things that we were going through. And so like, think about those things that you brought up and just remember that, like, we don't have to struggle and fight against this energy. There's a natural current in our life, natural current that's just trying to guide us and lead us where on our path, where we're supposed to be and where we're supposed to go. And when we start like kicking and screaming and fighting against it and swimming against it, that's like when we're ready to drown. That's when we just, and then if you've ever noticed in those moments where you're like, that's it, I can't take, I give up, that's it. All of a sudden, like, you find you're on the exact right path. Like, so I'm trying to do that in my life, learn to give up sooner, give up the struggle sooner before. And I think I've been doing pretty good at that, actually. A little pat on my back. I did it. I did. I was having a really rough time. My father just passed away in November. And so Father's Day was, right? I have one of my goddess girls here. Her dad just passed away last late summer, early fall as well. And so, yeah, Father's Day was just not, I knew it would be hard, but I didn't know it would be harrowing. And it was terrible. And so for 3 days, I could not get out of the funk. And then on the third day, I was like, you know what? I had so much work to do. I had so many things that I had planned and I needed to tick off my list. And I was like, it's just not the time. I'm just going to lay in bed and watch some old movies and just eat ice cream. And I ate so much Haagen-Dazs ice cream and it was amazing. And then the next day I woke up and it was tons better. So sometimes you just have to know when, like, just give it up, give up the struggle. Okay, so enough on that. One more thing about Capricorn, they're never satisfied with the status quo. They always want to reach new heights. So I really want us to take a moment to, okay, sometimes we're just traveling and moving so far up that mountain and just like little bits at a time, just, we don't even know maybe that we've made much movement and much progress. But if you look back and reflect on the last year, last 5 years, last 10 years of your life, just take a moment, like close your eyes for a second and just look back at that and celebrate your achievements. I'm sure that we can all say, especially if you are here right now, seeking out a full moon ritual, you know, that goes to show that you are somewhat in touch with yourself, with your spirit, with God, goddess, whatever you want to call it. And you're probably not the same person you were 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. And that's such a beautiful thing. And sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit for how far we've come and our accomplishments, even if they're tiny, even if they're big. We're always kind of just in that Capricorn, like, okay, well, that's good. I did that, but now I have this thing, this hurdle to climb. And so I think it's really important. The Cancer tells us to just, it's like the mom that goes, you did such a good job. You know, some of us didn't have great moms. Some of us didn't have any moms, but the ideal mother is somebody who just would take you in their arms and tell you that you are doing a fantastic job. And that, you know, if all you did today was wake up and brush your teeth, if it was a hard day, that's enough. You did enough, you know? So, I just felt like it was very important in this time because Capricorn brings up the energy of do. Like, we got to keep going. Yes, and that's true. And keep going. It's important, but it's also important to celebrate your accomplishments, big or small. How far have you come? Okay, and then one more thing, full moon. So for the new moon, when the moon is dark, that's when we set our seeds of intentions. Okay. And we haven't been gathering together on the new moon, but I hope you're doing that on your own. But write down what it is that you want to bring into your life. That's like, imagine you're planting seeds into the ground. That's when farmers, in the Farmer's Almanac, ideally when they plant most of their seeds is during the new moon, and then they're harvesting during a full moon. So this is the full moon. So this energy is about magnifying. It's about having gratitude. And if you've studied any kind of esoteric teachings at all, even in the Bible talks about it as well, that gratitude, the more gratitude that you have, the more of that you're grateful for comes back to you tenfold, hundredfold. And so even if you are in a state where you're feeling just like things are not going well for you, or there's a lot that you want to change or move or shift in your life, it's super important to first have gratitude, first come into this energy, this cycle, this summer cycle with an energy of gratitude, because everything that you're grateful for will magnify. And then what we're going to do tonight is go through some of those things that we're grateful for. And then we are going to set, not really an intention, but we're going to hold a vision of what it is that we want to bring into our lives. We're going to have 3 things that we want to bring. And that could be better health. That could be your divine twin flame partner. That could be, if you're already in a relationship, a deepening of that relationship and strengthening. That could be new friendships. If you're feeling like that would help you, or like you might be lonely, a new job, more money, a new car, whatever it is, it could be anything. But just start thinking about that, and we'll go into a little bit of a meditation where those things that are like your real desires will be able to be brought up to the surface, so that you can hold that vision under the moon, and then have that moon just like magnify it. So we're going to make those visions come true. That's true. We're going to do that. That's happened in my life so many times, just from using my own inner vision and my will and law of attraction. So we can do this. Okay, so that's what we're doing tonight. That's that. One more thing, probably the most important thing for tonight, because my huge goal in life, I'm like bouncing because I just got excited. My huge goal, or one of, is to bring, how do I say it? To bring normalcy to the idea of the goddess. I think that there's been this patriarchal rule, we all know that, over the earth for so long. And like I was talking about this with Rachel, my dear friend who's here tonight, a few nights ago, about just realizing years ago how even on our money, there were only faces of men, so our monetary system was not created for women to use. And just, that's like the least of it. There's just so much. So there's an amazing book. I don't remember the author's name, but please look up the title. It's called When God Was a Girl. And it's pretty awesome. And it goes into all of the really first archaeological findings and digs of all of these incredible statues of goddesses and women that at the time didn't have a place anywhere. So they were just kind of like, put aside and saved for later. But now we are remembering, we're coming back together, and we're remembering that, wait a second, we did have a mother. We do have a divine feminine to our divine masculine, which is God, goddess. And when I say God, I mean both of them together, actually. But so that's like just my passion. My passion is to bring information about the ancient goddesses just into our everyday lives. So tonight we are working with the goddess Hestia. Yay! And I'm going to call out Rachel over here, because she called me and she's like, "You trying to trick me?" I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well, why are we doing Hestia? Isn't that like the Cinderella goddess of And she's just like the barefoot, stay at home all day and stoke the fires, never married. She's like, "I'm manifesting the love of my life. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing to me?" So I think that if you've ever heard that, then she may have got a bad rap, because she is a powerhouse goddess. She is the daughter of the Titans Kronos and Rhea, and so she's a Greek goddess, and she is the goddess of fire and of the hearth and the home. So where's my Hestia notes too, so I can make sure I get some of these words right for you. Okay, so I wanted to tell you that the Latin word for hearth, okay, because she's the goddess of the hearth, is focus, okay, which is focus is it's like our pinpoint. It's where, okay, so I was thinking of how sometimes if you have so much to do, and if you think of like, okay, my life today is like this gigantic picture that's like completely fuzzy and foggy and out of focus. I don't know where to start. I don't know. And so sometimes you'll end a day with not having done any of it. Have you ever had that happen? Oh, yes. I know you have, because you're a Leo. You've never had that happen because you're a Virgo, huh? Have you ever had that happen?
I'm down.
Yeah, she doesn't. So this doesn't apply to the Virgos at all. Okay, but we're going to take a page from the Virgos, because what they will do when that happens, if they start to feel overwhelmed, what do?
Make a list.
You make a list. So they'll get out their paper, they'll put their brain onto the paper, and they make a list. Here's how I'm going to get this done today. They make a plan. So what that is they take that fuzzy, out of focus picture and they focus. Okay, so that's what Hestia is going to do for us tonight. Okay, there's all these things that we want to do, create, be, have in our lives, and like all these reasons that we can't do it, or reasons that we think it's not going to happen, or you know, whatever. And Hestia is going to help us to bring those things into total, complete focus under this full moon, totally magnify that, bringing those things into our life. Okay, she's a fire goddess. She was one of the 12 original goddesses in the Greek pantheon, or gods, not just goddesses. Of all the gods, she's one of the 12. And in fact, she was given deference to, so if anyone did any burnt offerings at that time, they would offer them to her first. So she was very highly revered in that pantheon. If you think about it, the hearth, especially back then, was the center of the home. Okay, so that's where there wasn't fast food. You couldn't just like go grab I won't say it out loud. You know what I mean, though. Starts with an M. You couldn't just go grab that. You had to like make an actual meal, and that would take a long time back then, because they didn't even have all the convenience foods. Like, I don't know, did they have flour that was already, or did they have to crush it themselves? I don't know how long all that stuff would take. But that's where they would make their medicines. That's where they would heat their entire home, their hearth. I mean, that was the heart of the home, literally the center of the home, the focus. So let's not think of it as like the Cinderella or the drudgery of like a housewife just, mopping and sweeping and stoking the fire. It's not that. It's very empowered. The biggest thing with her is, the reason I love working with Hestia is that although she's a fire goddess, her fire is one of creation rather than destruction. So like with Pele and Kali and some of the other fire goddesses, they're awesome, love them. They have the time too, but theirs is destruction. And Hestia is about, it's like putting something into an oven and, all these raw ingredients, and then leaving it there all day long. And then at the end of the day, you take it out for this gorgeous meal at night, and everything's like perfectly cooked. And you have this, incredible feast. That's Hestia. So we're going to just give her all our ingredients. Here's what I want. Here's what I want. Here's what I want. And then trust that energy will take it, cook it up, and dish it out to us. Right? I feel like Emerald right now. I just said that. Bam. Okay. So Hestia. So we'll call her in tonight for our ritual too. Okay. So let's get this started. Right? It's not going to be a long ritual meditation. Let me get a little drink. Ooh, this is my strawberry. And I have rose water in here because this is the strawberry rose moon. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me turn this down. Light our candle. And if you have your ritual box with you, your ritual kit, you can state your intention with the candle that's in here. So we can do that tonight together. So go ahead and light your candle. And the words of affirmation, the intention is, as I light this candle, I call in my guides, angels, and ancestors who are at my service to help me bring forth my greatest desires and purpose. Like a moth to a flame, the glow of this candle will hold the frequency of my intention, and these desires will powerfully, gently, easily be magnetized to me. And then anything that you are wanting to bring to you and magnetize to you, if you want to just close your eyes for a second and see those things, we'll get more specific in a minute, but just let those energies just start coming to you. And so it is, so mote it be, as above, so below. It is done. I'm going to open up a circle. So just a really quick explanation is we're just going to create a dome or a circle of energy. It's really like a shield, an energetic shield, so that nothing of a lower vibration can get into it. Only what we call in is allowed here. So this extends throughout time and space to all of you, to anyone watching this later. Okay, so we just open this up. And you can do this at home if you want. You can sprinkle salt around your area or just do it with your mind. I'm using a selenite wand that I created to open that circle. And just really see it creating a big dome around you in your space. And you should feel very peaceful in this dome of energy. So the circle is going to just keep the energy keeps moving and moving around it. It doesn't get stuck in any corners, and it keeps raising and heightening, which we want that. Okay, and let's go ahead and anoint. You girls didn't bring your oil, huh? Okay, I'll pass this over to you. So we're going to anoint with our Fairy Sight perfume oil. And I'm going to take out, sometimes I like to take the little ball out because I like to get really, really, really oily with this stuff. My Virgo's like, over there. It's on there. Okay. No, thank you. Okay, but this is really, really yummy. I'll read to you what ingredients are in it. Ooh, this helps with your inner sight, your third eye. That's where we visualize. That's where we create. The birth of our creations are right here. That's where it starts, right? There's chamomile, lavender for soothing and cleansing, creating a sense of peace and calm. So that's very Cancerian. That's very beautiful, motherly, nurturing energy. Jasmine reminds you that even in the darkest of times, magic can be discovered and created. And then basil. You smell the basil in it? A little bit? Yeah, it's like a very herbaceous green smell. And that attracts wealth, abundance, health, and money. Yes. That's always good. And then lemon. Lemon harnesses the energy of the sun and uplifts and invigorates us. Is everybody good and anointed? So what I usually do is I'll put some on my third eye. And I always say what I see, what I feel, and then what I know at my belly. But there's another, if you have the ritual kit, there's a whole like manifestation little thing in there. So you should go home and do that. And actually, I would suggest to do it every night. I mean, work with the whole cycle. Go till the next full moon and use this kit during this whole cycle. Okay. We've got our, do you have a sunstone on you? No, you didn't bring, okay. Take that sunstone. You have a sunstone in your kit. If you don't have the kit, did you bring yours? It's in your bra. Yeah. Okay. I like it. As it should be. as it should be. Okay. Oh, did you get a sunstone?
Oh, no.
Okay. All right, everybody good? So sunstone, I actually used to not even like sunstone at all. Isn't that weird? Like, okay, so this is so weird. I didn't like anything that was masculine. I know, it's so stupid. I loved moonstone. And are you the same?
No, I was the masculine thing.
You love it. That's true. That's true. And you didn't love the feminine. Well,
No.
some. Yeah. That's probably why we got along so well, right? Okay, so anyway, so it's so silly. So I would always choose moonstone over sunstone, or just like the very more kind of feminine, watery stones. But I have so fallen in love with this, and I'm a Leo rising. So I've gotten way more in touch with my Leo side over the last couple years, like way more. And I actually like it. I used to be embarrassed by it. I'm sorry, because you're a Leo. I don't mean to call you out. But just because I was like, they're kind of flamboyant, you know?
Yeah.
You're all, hell yeah. Anyway, but so no, I'm in my Leo. I'm good. But this is the energy of action, passion, warmth, fire, positivity. Carry it with you if you can get your hands on sunstone. If you're a lady and you wear bras, you can wear it, put it in your bra, like if it's a small little piece like this. Put it in your purse. If you can put it in your wallet, it helps to attract money. Sunstone is like a beautiful stone to work with, and it helps with your lower chakras, especially the second and third chakra. It helps you like restore your personal power. It brings in that energy, that masculine energy of the sun to you. So hold on to that during the meditation. Okay, that'll help bring in that Hestia energy too. Okay, so and if you don't have sunstone at home, you could use any crystal, actually, really, it's okay. Especially clear quartz. Just tell the clear quartz, hey, please act like sunstone. And that works. Did you know that? You can program clear quartz to be any crystal.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's true. Okay, so I'm like getting too giddy. I need to ground myself really quick. Hold on. It's about to get grounded, so we're going to do a drum for a second. That'll help us ground. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call in the quarters. And I know you all know what that is. Just a really quick, the quarters are the directions. We're going to call in the angels, the guides, the guardians of each direction, east, south, west, and north to be here. Each direction has its own energy and magic and medicine that they provide and lend to us. So they're going to help us with our meditation tonight. And so go ahead and close your eyes, get comfy. If you're at home, get comfy. And just take a good breath in. And do a good releasing breath. And you might feel as each direction comes in, you may feel it. You might not, and that's okay too. But most people do actually feel a presence. It's just a very protective, like nurturing presence. Okay, you ready? I call to the direction of the east. This is the element of air. This is inspiration to begin anew. This is new ideas, the spark of inspiration, the energy of conception and new beginnings. Please be here as our protectors and guides. I call to the direction of the south, element of fire, the passion that drives us to create, to dream, and to desire, to achieve. This is the energy of creation. Please be here as our protectors and our guides. I call to the direction of the west, element of water. We are in the sign of water, the Cancer season now. This is the divine feminine, the universal womb that holds our creations until fruition. This is the energy of healing and of intuition. This is listening to our inner guidance, trusting in the energy of completion. Please be here as our protectors and our guides. I call to the direction of the north, element of earth. This is the energy of our ancestors, the bones that make up the foundation upon which we stand, the steadfastness and resilience that reminds us we are worthy of our goals and they are attainable. We are supported and all we have is all we need. This is the energy of fruition and manifestation. Please be here as our protectors and our guides. I call to the direction of spirit, the element of ether. This is the energy of divinity that resides in the seats of our soul, our higher selves, our subconscious and conscious as one. The resurrection of all the lost and broken parts of ourselves, the energy of all possibility and of understanding our own divinity. Please be here as our protectors and our guides. Last, I call to the angels, spirit guides, guardians, the highest realms of light, and to the goddess and God. Please bless, heal, nurture, sustain, renew, revitalize, and replenish us as we bask in the energy of this full moon. We call in the energy of goddess Hestia, goddess of the hearth, to help us bring focus, to bring clarity, to bring alignment, to bring passion and fire to our goals, to our dreams, to those visions that we are going to be holding tonight under this full moon. We ask for this presence to take our vision and to shape it and mold it and create it for us so that we can bring it into the physical realm, into our lives here and now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is, so it is, so it is. Amen, Ashe, and so it is. Good. Oh, we're calm now, huh? Okay. We are calm now. All right. So I'm going to play a little bit of the drum, and I want you to continue in this energy, this space of being grounded and also being center in this like heart space right here. Don't let your mind wander to any worries or what's this person doing? What am I, what do I need to do tomorrow? It's right here, right now. We're centered. Grab the drum. Go ahead and close your eyes and take a nice deep breath. Deep and luxurious. Just breathe it out. Make a sound as you breathe out. Open your mouth. Breathe that air out. Breathe in. And breathe out. The fire. One more time. In. So many times we're afraid to make our presence known. I think we have to make it quiet, small, let it shine so bright that it might make others feel the truth is, and we've heard it before, the brighter we shine on others, and they shine as well. So one more, take a luxurious breath in, and I want to hear the ha. That's fire. shoulders, strangest parts of your body can hold tension. Let that go, let that just flow. We are in and going into the water. We're working with water in the Cancer season. We're working with earth. That earth is supporting you already. Your mountains are supporting you. You don't need to hold the tension. Let it go. Your ancestors, the element of the earth, they're here behind us, they're in front of us, they're all around us. And we just see how much support they have. Remembering. Just take it in. Feel that support, that earthly grounding energy. And then we're working with Hestia. She's a goddess of fire, contained fire. So let yourself feel that fire, feel it deep in your blood. Deep in your belly. Create your solar plexus that's above your belly button. Solar plexus is this area in your body. Go there right now with the solar plexus if you want to. Put your hand on your solar plexus and you can connect to it, that area right above your belly button. And just feel that fire. The color of that chakra is Inanna. So you can envision that it's spinning like a spinning wheel. Let it open up. Spin. Let your passion, creation ignite. Your crown chakra, in the center of your chest. The color of this chakra is green. You feel life flourishing on the earth. So lush and green. This is the color of your chakra. Connect to that area. Connect to that space for a moment. Luxurious breath in. While we're here connecting to our heart, let's just take a moment for gratitude under this beautiful full moon in Capricorn. Gratitude. What are the first things that come up? First three things that you are grateful for and appreciate. Maybe something is not perfect. Maybe your health is not perfect. But you're here listening to this. So you have some health. Be grateful for that. Any little small part, because remember what we're grateful for magnifies. We will have more and more and more of what we're grateful for. So let yourself think of three things clearly. Right there in your heart that you're grateful for. It's surrounded by this green light within your chakra. Now imagine and picture the full moon over you. And the white light of that full moon coming down, meeting with that green light and just magnetizing all those things you're grateful for. Could be more than three, but at least three things. Magnetizing, it's becoming huge, bigger. So big, it's like overwhelming. Wonderful, joyful. Take a deep breath in, bring that gratitude in. Perfect. And now we're going to go up a little higher in the chakra system. in between our eyebrows, kind of the center of our forehead. And go ahead and touch that area if you need to connect to it. Sometimes you'll know that that chakra has opened up and is working well. If you feel a buzzing there. And first I opened up, I felt like this Chinese water telling what's happening. It's stop. It's constant buzzing. So once you get there, I want you to imagine a beautiful indigo kind of brownish color. Definitely in that family. And spiraling, beautiful light. This is where our pineal gland is. And there is a lens in that acts like an eye, like the lens of your emotional, physical eyes. They say that when you dream, or when you have a physical dream at night, you use your imagination and you can see something. That's where you're seeing this pineal gland lens, eye, third eye. So let's allow ourselves to breathe gently. We're going to go a little deeper into the meditation now. Just listen to the drum for a moment. Wishes right now, visions. They could all correlate and correspond to each other. They might not have anything to do with one another, that's okay. Three things you want to bring in. Great or small. I'll tell you, it is the time to think big, dream big now. This is the energy to do it in. About 5 more weeks left till the season of creation becomes the season of harvest. August 1st is harvest, first harvest, the beginning of the year. It's not too late to create. That is a thing on. Just connect to that, feel that. We call it Hestia. The energy of the goddess Hestia to help you focus into these 3 creations, these 3 visions. Bring focus into them. Even if we can't see them perfectly right now, we are going to just release it and have faith that Hestia sees it perfectly right now. She is going to put it into her cauldron, into her hearth. She's going to let it marinate and cook until it's perfect. You see this perfectly. It's all in divine time. There is no rush. There's nothing more we have to do. We just need to be. every cell of your body. Envision the three wishes, the three things that you are bringing into your reality. That goes deeply into every cell. Just know that you are worthy of your dreams. You are worthy of your visions. You can dream it. You can do it. And hold that vision. And you have to know it's already yours. And it is yours because you're the one who created it in your mind. You created it. You envisioned it. It's yours. It belongs to no one else. And anything that's yours, guess what? You can have. Coming this deeper and deeper into yourselves. Take a good, deep, luxurious breath in. Breathe out. And take all the time you need. If you're still feeling it, let yourself bask in it. It's good stuff. And it's good to remind ourselves, it's good to remember that truth, that if you see it, if you envisioned it, that means it's yours. You're the one who created it. You thought of it. So it's already yours. Right? That's yummy. Good? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah? Good stuff? Feeling good? Okay. All right. This is the space for it. One last thing. Oh, you can see it on here, I think. So if you have your kit, this is the charcoal disc. I don't know if this one, I burned it a little bit earlier this morning. I've been playing with this incense like nonstop because it smells so good. This is the incense that it came with. It's the deep knowing. And so I'm going to go ahead and just light my charcoal. If you have the kit and you got the white witch sand, you put a good couple spoonfuls of sand at the bottom of this container inside. And then you're going to take your charcoal and you just light it. And this one, if it doesn't ignite, that means I already used it up and I'll have to get another one out. But it should start like sparking. Did you already use yours? You already did, huh? Yeah, let me get a different one because I think that one I've already had my way with him. I didn't mean for that to sound so. I mean, it's Hestia's the fire goddess. What can I do? She's very sensual. It's true. That snake, you know, even Lilith energy. Oh my, don't get me started on Lilith. I can't wait to do her in the fall. Okay, so see how that's like sparking? That means it's ready. Okay, so just, I will do this for anyone who doesn't have, so all of us here tonight, and then anyone out there, if you don't have this kit, where I'm doing this for all of us, okay? So we're gonna do our 3 wishes. I'm gonna go ahead and burn a little pinch for each of our wishes, okay? So as I do the first one, go ahead and you're going to hold that in your mind. What's that first? And with so much happiness and joy and fun, this is like the best, right? Okay, so here we go. Here's the first wish. Bring this to fruition. I'm doing mine as well. Okay, the second wish. Bring to fruition. Sending our burnt offerings up to Hestia, just like in the days of old. Second wish, a vision that you're holding. Yes, yes, yes. And then the third. You got your third? I forgot what mine was. Just a second. Hold on. Okay, got it. Ready. And so it is. Ashe. Amen. It is done. Yay. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're at our hour, so I'm going to release the guardians, the guides, and then we will open our circle, and then we're done. Okay. So first, we want to say thank you to Hestia for being a part of this meditation and this vision tonight. Please continue to hold this vision for us and to stoke it, to nurture it, to help us bring it into fruition. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we give thanks and gratitude to the goddess and the god and spirit, to our ancestors, to our guides, any angels of the highest realm, the highest light who are here tonight assisting and helping in this beautiful ritual. Thank you for being here with us tonight. And we call to the direction of ether, of spirit. Thank you to our higher selves for being here and being present tonight. And we release you now. We call to the direction of the north, of our ancestors. Thank you for being a part of our ritual tonight. And we release you. And we call to the direction of the west, element of water. We thank you for being a part of our ritual tonight, and we now release you. We call to the direction of the south and the element of fire. Thank you for playing with us tonight. We thank you and we release you. And finally, we call to the direction of the east, the element of air. We thank you for the blessings of the spring that we have just left as we have gone into the summer solstice, and we bow with gratitude to all of the gifts that have been bestowed upon us. The element of air in the east is ruled by our third eye, and so we thank you for this assistance in the medicine in creating these visions tonight. We release you with thanks and gratitude. And now we will release this circle, opening it back up, drawing it down deep into the earth, undoing this dome of energy around all who are contained within it. And we bring that back down deep into the earth, and the circle is now open. And we are done. We did our full moon ritual. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with me tonight. And thank you to all my goddesses here. We have so much to talk about after this. But thank you, everyone. May the goddess Hestia bless you in your life. May you see these visions that you have held tonight come to fruition in your life. If it doesn't happen immediately, it's okay. Don't give up. Hold that vision in your mind. It will happen. Do not let it go. All right. and many full moon blessings to you.